Since COVID has shut us down for the summer, we at Cedarwood are going to be doing things a little bit differently for the time being. We aren't able to have you out here at camp like we wish that we could, but thankfully we can still keep in contact with through things like YouTube and other social media. In this video, we're going to be letting you know about some of the stuff you'll be seeing from us throughout the summer. If you've been out to Cedarwood for a week of summer camp, you've heard a message called the gospel. But the gospel, to put it very simply, is this. In the beginning, God created everything. God set everything up exactly the way that he wanted to, and as a part of this plan, he made us, humans, in his own image, to rule over his creation and to care for it. But humans weren't satisfied with this. It wasn't enough for us to belong to God and to do what he wanted for us. We wanted to be gods ourselves. So humans rebelled and sinned against God, and because of our betrayal, humans were no longer God's children, but his enemies. We were guilty of treason against the King of the universe, and the punishment for our crimes, which we very much deserved, was death and eternal punishment. And because of what we had done and who we had done it against, the punishment that we earned was so great that we had no hope that we could ever save ourselves from it. But even though we were his enemies, God loved us, and he gave us a gift. God sent his own son into the world as a human to be our representative. This man, the Son of God, is Jesus. Jesus did something that only God could do. He took all of the punishment that we deserved upon himself. Jesus suffered and died in our place. And to prove that all this was true, and that death had no power over him, he came back to life 3 days later. This is the good news that we have. If we stop living for ourselves and trust Jesus as our representative before God, then our punishment has already been delivered. Our debt has already been paid, and instead of eternal punishment as enemies of God, we have eternal life as his children. The gospel message is simple enough that you can go through it in a couple minutes, and it's simple enough that anyone can understand it, but it's also a very deep message, one that we can never fully comprehend, and one that we definitely can't fully explain in a week. So that's why we're going to be releasing some short videos over the course of the summer to take a bit of a deeper look at the different parts of the gospel and other things that can help us to better understand it in a way that we normally can't during a week of camp. If you haven't heard about any of this stuff before, it's all going to be explained in a way that you'll still be able to understand it. And if you have heard it before, these videos will be looking at things in enough depth that you'll still probably learn a few things. So thanks for listening, and we hope that you'll continue to join us as we look at these things.